Hey guys, it's Not Lammers. I'm sitting in a bit of a different spot today, and that's because I needed to get in front of a lamp so that way we can talk about the new starter deck, and that is starter deck Codebreaker. So what I want to do with this deck is I want to talk about some of the reprints, some of the exciting cards, some of the new cards in it, and some of the cards we saw in last season's starter deck, that being Link Strike. So this is the starter deck. I believe we get a starter deck at the start of every at the end of every national season, or like at the start of every new like regional season. So while the regional season hasn't picked up yet, this is our starter deck to kick us off. So I'm gonna move the camera, I'm gonna turn on a lamp, and we're gonna put this under the lamp and see all the nice cards and all their nice rarity and whatnot. So yeah. So here we are on the Flames of Destruction mat. Sorry if it's a little bit crooked or off-center. There we go, that's more centered. Here we are on the Flames of Destruction mat with the new starter deck. I got the lamp on because it's actually a little bit dark in here. But yeah, so hopefully now we'll be able to see all the cards, all the wonderful little cards in this new starter deck. So let's just pop it open. We should also see the entire mat because the paper mats are a lot smaller than the official mats. I don't really care about destroying this box. It's whatever. But yeah, our Walmart actually got this in a few days early. We didn't pick this up at our OTS yet, but I will get a second one at the OTS whenever I go there for Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. That's another thing I want to talk about. I want to talk about some of the cards that will, I think we'll see meta play for Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. So in here we have our beginner's guide, not a full rule book. I wish they would give us the updated rule book already. See, so there's Fusion, Synchro, Exes, and Pendulum, and did they put Link? Yeah, they added Link, so that's nice. Along with all the other different summonings. So, and then on top of that we have, or under it I guess, we have our paper mat, so check that out. I think this is just like the standard field, like kind of like what's going on up here on top of Trisbania. Yeah, so you got your deck zone, your graveyard, and you can see it's actually quite a bit smaller than my Flames of Destruction mat here, like actually smaller. Like I don't think that, no, even the zones are a little bit smaller on here. So, but none of the Decode Talker, who is Transcode, I think. But yeah, you can still see it's your standard kind of like new. I like the color. I definitely like the red color, but I'm just a fan of red. Anyway, so let's bring in the starter deck. Ooh, that's different. That is different. I think the way they have this in here is new. Usually it's like in a clamshell. This is just kind of inlaid in there. So that's different. That's nice. I actually prefer that. So of course on top we have Cyber's White Hat. And I didn't understand. Oh, that's nice. There's actually if the camera will pick it up, you can see this little tab right there to help you pull it. That's nice. That's a lot better than just a little flap that you're supposed to usually pull. Cyber's White Hat, which I believe is a reference to like hackers. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe a white hat is a type of hacker. So let's zoom in a little bit. Here we go. So we got, for the new cards, we have Cyber's White Hacker, White Hat. I mean, same thing. And I believe this is the one that summons itself. If you control 2 or more monsters of the same type, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon Cyber's White Hat once per turn this way. If this card is sent to the graveyard as link material, you can make all monsters your opponent currently controls lose 1,000 attack until the end of this turn. That's pretty good. He does have 2,400 defense, so as far as he goes... Ooh, focus, please. As far as he goes for play at Yu-Gi-Oh! Day, I definitely think he'll be one of the better ones. And there we have the cover card. It's so weird that they put the cover card under another card lately, with like the past few structure decks and starter decks. So this one just needs 2+ effect monsters. I think this is the one that people were excited about. This is Decode Talker, so let's see what he does. I'll put him under the camera so that way you guys can keep looking at him, and I definitely like the lamp on these guys. I might do deck profiles this way. It keeps them, makes them look shiny. 2+ effect monsters. While this card is co-linked, and its co-linked monsters gain 500 attack. Also, your opponent cannot target any of them with card effects. You can target one Link 3 or lower Cyber's Link monster in your graveyard, except Decode Talker. Special summon it to your zone this card points to. You cannot special summon monsters the turn you activate this effect, except Cyber's. You can only use this effect of Decode Talker once per turn. That's pretty okay. I like that he's generic and he points to the side and points up. I definitely think this guy will see some play in certain co-link decks, like a combo deck, something like Goki perhaps. So those are our 2 ultras that we get. We also get 3 super rares, I believe. So we got Widget Kid. This is a cool looking guy. I thought this was a normal monster for a second. So if this card is normal or special, you can special summon 1 Cyberse monster from your hand and defend. Oh, that's cool. He's like a gold gadget or like a Goblinberg. That's cool, but for Cyberse. And then we have Sai Net Recovery. This card looks really cool. That's white hat on there. If a link monster you control, here, I guess I should put it on there. If a link monster you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can target 1 monster in your graveyard, except a link monster, special summon it in defense position. You can only use this effect of Sai Net Recovery once per turn. That's really good. Except for the link monster part, that kind of sucks. So we'll put that there. And here we have Penta Stag. I actually like Penta Stag. I think it's really cool because it reminds me a lot of Link Spider, and I kind of hope we get more Cyberse insect guys like this. I really like Link Spider and Penta Stag just because I think they look really cool. So yeah, so he needs 2 effect monsters, and if your linked monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. That's really cool because it doesn't have to be co-linked, it just has to be linked, which means it just has to point to something. So that's really nice. And that's it for our holo cards, which is unfortunate because one of the other cards in here. Another new card, which is Leotron. This is just a normie. So there you go. You guys can see him not upside down. Just a normal monster, which is, you know, that's nice. I do know that some Cyberse decks really do need the normal monster. Let's see if I can move those. And then we have this little, oh, this guy's cute. It's a little frog guy. It's a Polygonal Frog. So his effect is once per turn when your monster is targeted for an attack, you can negate that attack, then special summon 1 Cyberse normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard. That's really cool. He's a level 1, so a 1-for-1 target. That's nice. But his stats are kind of lame, but I like that he negates the attack. It is a once per turn, unfortunately, but still, that's pretty nice, being able to summon a normie from anywhere. And speaking of normies, we have the normie from the original starter deck, Bitron. I believe this is the 2nd time he's been printed ever, and oddly enough, it is in another starter deck, the next one of the season. So this was in Link Strike from last season's starter deck. Ram Clouder, I believe, was also in last season's starter deck. I don't remember what it does. I remember that this card was actually hyped up. So yeah, that's nice. Another card from last season's starter deck. But so far, what we're seeing, this is one of the better cards, and this was one of the better cards from that starter deck. I believe these were the new cards for that starter deck. So including them in this one is really nice. Link Slayer is definitely a cool card, and I'm glad he got reprinted. Still prefer the Ultra, though. Backup Secretary, I believe she summons herself to a spot a Link monster points to. Very cool, very nice card to include in here. I definitely think this will help people on Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. I think she's from an actual set. I think she's from like, not Code of the Duelist, but the one after that. I believe that's Circuit Break. Then we have Launcher Commander. Don't know what this one does. I'm going to be real with you. I remember, I think he was a super rare out of one of the sets. Client. This, I want to say this is new, but I don't think it is. If it isn't new, it might be from one of the other links. It might be from the Link Structure deck, actually. That could be where this one's from. That might be where I know it from. Bit Trooper, one of my personal favorite cards. I really like it because it's Bitron, but big. So that's the only reason I like it. Actually, here, I'll start putting these in like a pile over here. Flamvell Guard, really cool normal monster. It's a normal tuner. Definitely nice reprint. I do hope we get a new holo version of it, though, with the normal. Beast King Barbaros. This actually saw lots of play on Yu-Gi-Oh! Day last season whenever it was in the last starter deck. So I think right now we've hit cards that are just starter deck cards. So Beast King Barbaros we've seen in other starter decks. Cyber Dragon we saw in other starter decks. Definitely one of the better cards for starter decks. Xarian Universe we also saw in last season's starter deck, and I believe a starter deck before that. Same thing with this one. It was in Link Strike. Marshmallow, I also believe, was in Link Strike along with Raikou and Battle Fader, and I think even Swift Scarecrow. And then we hit Sai Net Universe, which I think was another card from... Ooh, whoa. I believe this was also in Link Strike as a holo. That's the field spell, right? Yeah. So I think with this one, you almost get all of Link Strike as well. If not every card that was also in Link Strike. I think all you're missing is... Actually, everything. Honeybot. Honeybot's not in this one, so. Scapegoat, very cool reprint, very nice to get. We did just get this as a super rare out of another set, so kind of interesting to see it here. Monster Reborn, very nice. This is definitely going to be a power play card at Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. So that's very nice to see. Dark Hole, of course, always a good card. Nice to have. It is at 1, though, so it's kind of unfortunate. MST. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with MST. Book of the Moon is kind of interesting, considering this is a Link starter deck, but I do get why they put it in here. Book of Moon is a very good card. Is this the one with the bird or the one with the Ankh? This is the one with the bird. Okay, so United We Stand. This was another really strong card last Yu-Gi-Oh! Day with Link Strike, so nice that they included it here. Card Trader, honestly, just a kind of a bad card. This is gonna suck. Burden of the Mighty, a very cool card. What is this? Monsters lose attack times its own level. Yeah, very nice. Ego Boost, sweet little quick play spell to include here. Supply Squad, very cool. Definitely nice because stuff is gonna get destroyed, and so you're gonna be able to draw cards on Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. Very cool card to have. So yeah, very nice. Sai Net Regression. I think this is new for this starter deck too. So let's see what this one says. If you special summon a Link monster, target 1 card on the field, destroy it, then draw a card. You can only activate 1 Sai Net Regression per. Wow, that's kind of cool actually. It does target, which is unfortunate, but that's still a nice card. So I'll put that with the new cards. Shadow Spell. Wish this was Fiendish Chain, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Call the Haunted, another very nice card. This was also a very strong card in last season's starter deck, Link Strike. I know I say that with a lot of these, but yeah, so. Mirror Force, just a good card for Yu-Gi-Oh! Day format. Torrential Tribute, definitely see this being one of the stronger cards for it as well. Boundless Trample, I don't know about this one, honestly. Zero Gravity, definitely think this is one of the weaker cards because it doesn't do a whole lot. Your opponent can still Link Summon. It doesn't stop Link monsters, so I don't think this is going to be one of the very good cards unless it's to stop Barbaros or Cyber Dragon. Yeah. Compulse, this is going to be strong. This is a strong card. And now we've hit the Link monsters. That's it for the main deck. So now we've hit the other Link monsters that aren't Penta Stag or Decode Talker. And the first one is Decode Talker, a very nice reprint, considering I believe he was a short printed star foil in the Star Pack of Brains. So very nice to have Decode Talker here in the extra deck as a reprint, as a common. And like I said, I think it is one of the cards from Link Strike, last season's starter deck, that did get reprinted here as well. Then of course we also have Link Spider, again just another card out of Link Strike that we got reprinted here. I think this is a pretty good reprint. I like Link Spider. It's a very nice card. A lot of people want him, and this is his 3rd printing, so he shouldn't be too expensive now. I think he has the super, this common, and the ulti. So same with Decode. I believe he has this common, a star foil, an ulti, and the ultra, so you know, he shouldn't be too hard to get now. But yeah, and now here we come to the most important reprint of this entire starter deck. The reason that I've actually picked this up, the only reason that if you're a competitive player you should get this, Link Kuriboh is in this starter deck. Holy crap. I don't think this will see too much play at Yu-Gi-Oh! Day, but good God, is this going to sell this product. It's so unfortunate that they didn't put this in as a super rare. I get that Penta Stag deserves it. I wish that Sai Net Recovery was a common, and Link Kuriboh was one of the supers, because if you actually look on the back of the box, you can see all the holo cards, you can see all the new cards, and then you see Link Kuriboh, and all of the cards but the Sai Net Regression and Link Kuriboh are holo. So it's very unfortunate that Link Kuriboh isn't a holo in this set. I would have loved for him to be super rare, but chances are we will get another printing of him soon. He was released 6 months ago, back in February, so getting him this early as a reprint from a Jump promo is very, very cool, especially as something as mass released and as cheap as a starter deck. Definitely like this card. So let's kind of just go over what all you get with this starter deck and kind of cards that I think are going to play a big role coming at Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. So starting with the new cards, I definitely think that this guy and the Frog, and Widget Kid, I definitely think those 3 cards are going to be really good in Link form, on Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. I think that Sai Net Regression might be a pretty strong card, along with Penta Stag, depending on how built up your board is. As far as breaking boards, I definitely see Torrential Tribute, Mirror Force being really good. I see United We Stand being really good. Book of the Moon, of course, being a card, being able to flip down a card and prevent your opponent from link summoning with it. That's insane. Ego Boost to get over certain things. And, of course, things that are like Link Slayer and Cyber Dragon. There's Cyber Dragon. So effectively having 2 Cyber Dragons in your deck now. I guess like last time. And Monster Reborn, and of course Scapegoat. I think these are definitely the most powerful cards in the deck, along with, like, you know, Dark Hole and but for the most part, I think this deck is standalone. I don't think you can do too much with it. I do like the amount of cyber stuff in it. Like, we have a lot of cyber stuff here, and I actually think you can build a cyber deck with it, especially since, like, all the things from Link Strike are in this one. But yeah, I'm actually really excited for Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. I'm excited to play this deck down at Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. I don't know if they'll just let me play this one or if I have to pick up a different one. It won't matter either way. Either way, I'll be excited because I'll have 2 Link Kuribohs at that point then. But yeah, so tell me what you guys think about this starter deck in the comments below. Tell me if you guys are actually going to your Yu-Gi-Oh! Day. And I guess tell me what your favorite card in this deck is. And I will see you guys in the next video.